Hello and welcome back to all of our Asias, or Ayawa, as I like to call it. We are playing it. A business casual man is sitting mid-air in a driving position. His face is red from stress. Gotta. You need to tell your people. Learn to drive right. My people? What are you talking about? The man is gritting his teeth and shutting his eyes. You're all gonna crash and hurt someone sooner or later. I gotta stay safe from you all. Rito begins to speak, but something comes over him and he decides to hold back. Rito leaves the driving man alone. Yeah, he doesn't seem... He doesn't seem very mentally sound. I'd give the guy a wide berth in case he draws a knife or something. You never know. You never know. You don't fuck with crazy people. It's not worth it. A brown-haired woman is sitting in a driving position. She also looks upset. Oh. I'm not gonna say that. Rito looks stunned and stares at the woman. What?
Gonna kill someone driving like that?
Who are you calling a racist slur?
Watch where you're backing up.
She's not responding to me at all. Wow, that must be the infamous road rage I've heard so much about. People are bad. There's bad people doing bad things. Yeah, I know, a racist slur is hardly the worst thing in the grand scheme of things. But, you know, it's not that hard to just not be racist. It's really not. It's quite easy. Quite easy. Okay, so I guess we're not going back up there again. Can't jump that height. So, yeah, this is us now. We live down here. This isn't the most health and safety conscious highway I've ever been on. If I'm honest with you. I think this might be failing some sort of health code violations, possibly. I don't know. I don't know what the exact laws are regarding highways, but generally they're not meant to just plummet you into the abyss. I don't believe, anyway. I'm not a driver, so I couldn't possibly comment on the exact rules of the road. You know, maybe they are allowed to do this, but it seems a bit illegal, a bit not good. Oh, the music died. A man is standing in front of a few others. He smiles and yells to Yuito. He also spins, but we don't mention that apparently. My friend, you've come here to learn, haven't you? No. Tell me where the nearest memory is, and the man throws his arm into the air. Memories, but our world is collapsing, yes. Landscapes twist and turn. Atmospheres and views won't stand still. I like what's happening with the music here. It's gloriously just twisted. It's great. The man's face turns from smiling into a stern blank look. There's nothing we can do. No longer do we have stable points of view, so... A teenage boy from behind the man stands up and chants.
Faster and faster. Let's just go faster. We have everything we can no longer do.
What are you all talking about? The man shouts, My friend, forget the memories, ignore your instincts, wander no longer. A middle-aged woman stands up and chants, Faster and faster, I want to go faster. Yeah. No, even faster. Whoa now. Don't get so wild, you all. Oh, that was That was still the woman, whatever. The man begins to speak again. In this world, my friend, there is nothing for you. We are just here to wait for the end of the world to decay. The world? Decaying? What are you talking about? Is this not obvious? Is it not obvious? You're in the mind of your dying father, and the people in it. Oh, for fuck's sake. The floor rumbles. Ah, yes, there it is. My friend, this is it. No longer can we stop. It's hard for Yuito to stand. Just what are you? Wait with us! Yuito is losing his balance. The floor begins to crumble. And he dies. Yuito comes to. He looks around him. The people from before are nowhere to be seen. Yuito stares forward into the distance. He spots a save point. He's quite comforted by this. Oh, I'm in control again. Cool. Oh, that's a big head. Is that a big head over there as well? Yeah. Yeah, appear to have discovered the big head world. Someone entered that one cheat on GoldenEye. Can we have paintball mode active as well? That was always fun. It was annoying though because the bullet decals didn't last very long, so it was hard to draw things with it. Think the big faces do anything, or are they just scenery? Are you a thing? You're pretty spooky looking. Oh. Needs to be an invisible wall. I thought I was cutscene there because I stopped in midair like that, but it was just because I was stuck on a wall. I guess we're heading into what looks like a little village or something, a little fort. The Gerudo town from Breath of the Wild. I'm gonna have to go dress in a bikini if I want to come in. Things are getting closer. Oh, it's a window. I thought there was like some writing on the wall or something from a distance, but a little grill window. Let's see what's inside. Oh, a lighting change. Does it change back if I go out? It does. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're here to speak to this fella. Hey, buddy. Whoa, Jesus, who are you? You know you could get hurt out here? Go back to a station. You'll save me the stress. I would. Stuck down here. Too bad. That's what you get for wandering off. Hey, Jesus, you're just gonna leave? Not unless you... What? There's dogs barking. Why is there always dogs barking? Not unless you say you messed up. That was a mistake there, you know. Falling off the edge of the memory world. I'll leave them. Rito hesitates. I shouldn't have wandered too far from the memory world. The person smiles. And that's more like it. The first step is admitting your failure. You're from another world, huh? I can tell. If you weren't, there's no way you'd get here. I can get you out of here, of course. I need some help first. What sort of help? Hesitating. You're not in a negotiating position, you know. I'm not negotiating, I'm just wondering. Well, in my city there are problems. The sick, the poor, people who can't find a job, ones without a home. You need a volunteer or something? Kind of. Follow me. It's hard to follow you when you vanish, friend. I mean, I'm assuming I just need to follow the linear path, but, you know, it's not exactly how following works. I'm now just exploring under my own volition, under the pretense of following you. Can we go over here? No, yeah, invisible walls, I figured. We'll just follow the trench then. See where the trench takes us. Because I like saying the word trench. Trench. It's got a lot of hard sounds in it. Harsh vocalizations. It's a good word. It's a good word. Is that a train? Is that choo-choo? So tell me your name. Yuito. Nice. Call me General. You a military officer? Not quite. I just like the name. I'm guessing you came from someone's memory world, right? Probably saw some weird stuff. Hopefully none of those love action memories. No. Where are we? Oh, are we in a memory? No, we're almost in outer space. Your father's world is like a tiny planet and you strayed too far from it. There's only symbolic ephemera? Ephemera, that's a good word, isn't it? And there's only symbolic ephemera from him scattered around here. You're from Earth, right? Yeah. Interesting. Maybe you're familiar with my city then? England is my city. What do you mean? I fill you in once we're on the train. Come on, it's here. This gonna be like another guy who's stuck in memory. Is he another real boy? Is that what this is? The train gently rumbling as it flies through space. It's not a phrase I expected to say today. Yuito looks out the window at a number of floating structures passing by. So are you going to tell me what we're doing? Be patient. Tell me about yourself first. I'm a hedge fund analyst. That you are. I remember that. What's that? Well, clients invest with us and we help them make more money by selling and trading stuff. Oh. It's fine, I guess. Where does that money you make come from? Buy low, sell high. It's pretty basic. Oh, interesting. That sounds quite simple. Yuito looks out of the window. Behind him, he sees the white glow of his father's memory world fading away. Then you're going in the wrong direction! Countless tiny lights are in the distance. Nice view, huh? Those are also memory worlds. Whose memory world did you come from? My father's. I see. Looking for something? Yeah. Why? I'm curious, you know. Ancestors, parents, I'm just curious. I see. Where are you from? Earth. Earth? But... Right, you're from Earth too. They might be similar. Paris, Tokyo, America, right? Yeah, weird. Same cities. America's not a city. This took the meme to a new level. America is my city now. Interesting. Right, interesting. It's a bit of a stretch, but my Earth isn't a memory world. Everyone there is living. When they die, a memory world forms nearby. So my father's on your Earth? No, he's... well, he used to, but... Oh. Oh, you already know. It's okay, Yuito. No, it's not. If it was, you'd let me go. I don't know how much time I have left. My father is terminal now, and if he dies, well... Yuito sighs. Just wake me up when we get there. The train is gently rumbling, and as it floats through space, a planet comes into view. Looks more like an asteroid to me, not really many features on it. Just a void. Just a blank rocky moon. And we're here. Oh? This is... Chicago Union Station. That's right, familiar. I live around here. But this is a different Chicago, isn't it? It's PS1 Chicago. Yeah, of course. But perhaps not too different. Meet me at the fast food place at Adams and Wabash, east of here. Straight down past Adams, the river, near the elevated train tracks. Hard to miss. General walks out of the train platform. Just how far am I from my world? Mom, maybe you were right. Mothers are always right. You should know that. That's their job, is to be right. I'm going walking round a station. Well, these are oddly detailed. Everything else is just like a cube. But the vending machines, now they're important. You got to remember the vending machines clearly. Have I gone the right way here? Oh, past the river. Yeah, this does seem like the right way. That's cool. Because I turned round at the start. I don't know if I kind of thought I was meant to be heading forward and there would be nothing behind me, but then everything was behind me. Is this the place? Could be the place. Just, no, not slot 2. Don't be stupid. The loop. The loop. Yuito enters the fast food restaurant and looks for General. A number of other people are waiting in line for food. Workers shuffle between filling drinks, bagging food and taking orders. General looks over at Yuito. Hey, you're here. Good. Yuito walks over to General. You know, you ought to try the fries here. General eats a fry. Anyways, straight to the point. Right, what do you need me to do? I work for an immigration rights organization. Right now, there are some smaller, less popular restaurants struggling. Some more popular chefs are copying their ideas and running the smaller places out of business. Some complaints towards the restaurants are unfair, possibly biased, and I've heard that there are some potential restaurateurs are having trouble getting business loans. How do you know this is true? Do you have data? You're talking numbers, well, sort of. But a lot of the world, it's word of mouth. It's word of mouth is what it is. Sometimes you need to trust someone at face value, you know? Well, hey, I never said you were lying, and... Anyways, the League of Innovators, they're Chicago's ruling party. I know, awful name, but there are bigger absurdities than that. If we can convince them to change their policies, maybe you can fix some of these problems with the restaurateurs. Me? Alone? Well, yeah, I mean, I've got a number of other things you could do, but that seems easy enough. How do we convince the government? That sounds hard. And I mean, how long will it take? I don't think I have days to spare. Don't worry, anyone can bargain with the innovators. It goes fast nowadays. Doing this requires two things. Trust and a policy. Talk to enough people, gain their trust, then get them to believe in your policy. And see if the innovators will pass the policy. Debate, basically. Know what you want to change, have a policy to get you there, and have some people's testimonies to back you up. Well, okay. Just don't waste the innovators' time. The worst penalties are for reducing their productivity. What's the punishment? Don't worry about it, just do a good job. Besides, you have no choice. I would focus on finding a policy first, then gain someone's trust. Just one person's trust? Should be fine. Aim for a leader or business owner, not a random guy off the street. Someone related to the policy. For a policy, maybe seek out the mayor of Chinatown. I'm sure she has a few ideas. Okay. Well, come on, you don't have all the time in the world, right? No, it's just... Do you think there's anyone in here who knew my father? I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I can ask around. Don't get your hopes up, though. My Earth's a big place, too. I've got other people to meet with. Come back here when you talk to the mayor. I guess I need to go talk to the mayor of Chinatown. Because why not? Why not do that? This game's taking an unexpected turn. I didn't expect to have... I mean, I don't know if it is going to be more open world now. It feels like it's going to be more open world now. A lot of stuff still blocked off though. Is this just Chinatown here? The sign says the Innovators campus is this way. I don't need to go there though. Okay. Reverse out, 3-point turn, back on the road to Chinatown. Oh wow. It's pretty cool. It's like going into a classic JRPG, going onto the overworld map. Doesn't seem like we can cross these bridges though. We seem to be stuck in this quadrant over here. Quite a large quadrant though. So where the fuck's Chinatown? Hello? Aha! What is this? What are you? What have I found? The red line, South Tunnel. Excuse me, where does this lead? Hey, excuse me, do you know how to get to Chinatown? Hey, you can walk down the tunnel till you can get to Chinatown. Aren't there trains? What? This tunnel hasn't had trains in years. Some company owns all the tunnels and charges the government for maintenance. What? How do people get to work? Don't you work in a company dorm? Only a few people commute nowadays. Huh. Well, I guess we need to walk the tunnel then. Thank you, that guy was very helpful. Even if his system of public transport is somewhat flawed. This doesn't look like the tunnel. Oh, maybe we gotta go deeper yet. Yeah, this is a tunnel. This is a tunnel if I ever saw one. Look at this bad boy. There's something in the tunnel. There's people in my tunnel. Oh. Are we here already? That didn't really warrant public transport, to be honest. We made it pretty quickly. Hi, I'm looking for the mayor's office. Do you know where that is? 1 second, I think. Let me look it up. Person looks at her phone for a while. Oh, right. It's the big building right across the main bridge. Thank you. That's very helpful. The big building, the one building we can go to. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Excuse me, but why is Chinatown underground?
Oh, are you visiting Chicago for the first time? Chinatown is still above ground, but that's essentially a tourist trap now. Nowadays, most people live and work down here.
What happened? What's wrong with the surface?
Everybody got priced out, or priced down. People stopped using the subway for work, and that opened up all this underground land for development.
Oh, well, that's quite the story. The man laughs.
Yeah, that's right. Weird world we live in.
Kind of is. I like it though. A very fantastical vibe about it, you know. Some guys building a home in it reminds me of Brandon Sanderson novel actually. The one with the superheroes. Can't remember what it's called. But yeah, the characters kind of live in the sewers because above ground gets too expensive. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that's completely irrelevant to what I'm doing. Yuito asks the mayor's secretary for an appointment. The mayor's secretary is apparently a piece of wall, which is pretty cool. The mayor is just about to head out for lunch, but has a few minutes to see Yuito. Yuito enters the mayor's office. This is all taking place in text, apparently, because building a mayor's office is quite a lot of work. The mayor smiles at you, Ito. "Why, hello there," she says. "Hi, I'm Yuito. I was wondering if you had any ideas about restaurant-related policies to give to the innovators." "Oh, well, the innovators are quite set on their ideas. Might be a tough one." "Yes, but I thought you might have a suggestion." "Well, here's a small idea. It's hard to get small restaurant owners to get a foothold in the neighborhood. They keep going out of business." "Right, but can you actually solve that? That's just competition." "Well, they may not be popular. They do have their share of regular customers. They're community meeting places. But the innovators only give subsidies for innovative ideas, usually gimmicks related to service or the food style. So when it comes time to make rent, these restaurants aren't as popular, and the government sees no reason to keep them alive. Food reviewers are usually tourists, and they avoid local, less flashy places. Or they do go and leave bad reviews. Review algorithms can make it harder to discover these restaurants. It's a pretty bad cycle." That sounds rough. "Well, I suggest a tax for higher-earning restaurants that is redistributed as subsidies for struggling businesses. Redistributing social capital would help too. Big restaurants would be required to advertise smaller ones. Not sure how the details would work, but usually big restaurants just take smaller restaurants' ideas. A way to give back would be nice." Can't imagine they would go for that. Isn't that just a tax raise? "Well, that's where you think about the phrasing and finding support from others." "I see. Thanks. I'll think about this." "Bye now." Rito leaves the mayor's office. That's some pretty socialist ideas you got there, which I'm fine with, to be honest. But I know a lot of people don't like that sort of thing. You know? Damn commies, shakes fist, all that sort of thing. I do love this painful humming that we get every time we go through this tunnel. It's pretty swell. So I guess we return to our good friend the General now. He did say to come back after he's spoken with... These are just pictures of toilets. I mean... Oh, all gender restroom. That's what that says, isn't it? Yeah. You only see it from certain angles. All gender restroom. Fair enough. Fair enough, I'm okay with that. Why not? I don't know how many women will be okay with that, but it's fine by me, but I'm not fussed. Are they a thing anywhere? Is there anywhere that has all gender restroom? I assume it must be somewhere. But I've never encountered such a concept. Right, so we've done that. We did that thing. Let's go back and speak to our good pal the General. And hopefully he'll give us some hints as to who we can get to back our little plan. This really isn't what I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was expecting, you know, BOZ discovering information about his dad game, and now we appear to be doing some sort of government policy simulator. But okay, we'll keep going. I have a policy. What is it? Yuta explains the idea to the General. You'll have to be careful when pitching to the innovators, but you should be able to get some trust now. Get people to support your policy. I mean, look at who is most vulnerable to what is going on right now and talk to them. My apartment in the Argyle station area is close to a bunch of immigrant-owned restaurants. I'm sure they'd love to talk to the innovators. So why not go and see what it is you can help them with? If this is so easy, why don't you do it? I'm pretty busy, Yuito. Yuito pauses. General, about my father. Did you find anything? Well, I don't want to distract you right away, but your father was popular around here. Chicago. What? Why didn't you tell me earlier? Who can I talk to learn more? Well, focus on your task. You don't have time to go interviewing. But just tell me where he worked or something. Yuito, you probably don't have much time left. Look, I knew your father. I don't know if this is coincidence. Hurry up and do your task and I can tell you more. Well, Enough. Get going. Leave the city and take the lakeshore path north to Argyle Station area. Come back here after. Leave the city? How do I leave the city? Can I leave the city? I mean, theoretically, you can leave most cities, but this one seems kind of walled off. It doesn't seem overly keen on letting me leave. Oh, I guess we can... Oh, that's above me. I thought that was like a river, but it's like a... Okay, fair enough. We're still not actually... We're still not left though, have we? Okay, that's weird. Travel faster if I move diagonally into the wall. There's some speedrun techniques there for anyone who's interested. Is this where we go? Lakeshore Drive. Seems about right. I guess we'll just... Oh shit, thanks camera angle, that was really cool. I guess we'll just walk along here for a while then. We'll just go for a stroll. Oh, it's not as long as I thought it was. Just the view distance is quite short. Oh, for fuck's sake. This game is intent on making it as difficult as possible for me to just hold one button down. Is this where we need to be? Up and over, I suppose. We just cross a river? Did that happen? I don't even know. Those buildings appear to be built into the river, if that is in fact a river. Okay. Asia on Argyle. Alright. I guess that's where we are now. We go down here? Of course we can't. Game gives me an entire city to explore, but only actually lets me near about... Yuito walks into faux heaven. So called because it's not really heaven. He finds the restaurant's manager, a clean-shaven Taiwanese man in his 30s. He looks up from his computer. Hi, I wanted to propose an idea to you.
If it's a business offer, forget it, I'm busy.
I came to talk about a possible policy.
Like a law, right?
The manager looks back to his computer, typing. Yeah, I wanted to know if I had your support for a policy that would help out struggling restaurants. The manager squints at Yuito.
Hey man, wait a minute, does this look like a struggling restaurant to you? This is the first faux heaven store in Chicago. Haven't you heard of this chain? There's like 30 restaurants in the Chicagoland area.
Well, Christ, not everyone's heard of every restaurant.
Fine. Tell me about your policy.
The first part relates to taxes. Progressive tax that creates a pool of funds for smaller restaurants. The second part relates to marketing. The law would require the best restaurants around Chicago to promote smaller restaurants. The manager crosses his arms.
So you're asking me to give handouts to crappy restaurants. Damn kid, do you know I immigrated here from Taiwan? I worked my way up to this chain of restaurants. You don't need any grants. I saw the pho was getting huge and I went all in. Go tell your little restaurant owners to get better.
Well, I mean maybe, but... Damn, can't you just sign it?
Sorry, no can do. Good luck with your policy.
Yurito left for heaven. So much for that. Wonder if there's someone else I can talk to. Like this guy across the street. Maybe my heart's not in it. Here we go again. Yurito enters Dolsot, a Korean restaurant. Yurito approaches a woman standing behind the counter. Hi, excuse me, are you Dolsot's owner?
Oh, hi there. Yes, I'm the owner.
Well, I want to talk to you about a policy I was interested in passing, but first, I was wondering, how's business going?
Business has never been good. I think it might be the decor. I mean, I'm not sure. It's the lunch buffet right now, but no one seems to be coming.
It does look sort of old in here. Have you tried some sort of advertising?
I don't have the money.
Huh. Yeah, business is tough. How long have you been open?
Just a year. Not sure how much longer.
Why did you choose such a hard industry?
My parents ran a restaurant while I grew up. I chose to start working in the business instead of going to college. Always cooked Korean food for growing up. Eventually I managed to get a loan for my own place, and it seemed like an okay option.
I see. So, the policy. It's meant to level the playing field for restaurants. The idea is to implement a tax on higher earning restaurants that comes back as grants for low income restaurants. And to make those restaurants do some advertising for smaller restaurants.
Oh, that sounds good to me. I have quite a lot of friends too that would be interested in it.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Would it really pass? I heard those guys in the government are picky. Like, you couldn't even be arrested for bad proposals.
Right, I heard about that. I don't know yet. But I guess if you could sign here, I'll let the innovators know about your support when I go to propose the policy. The owner signs Yurito's papers.
Good luck with all that.
Thanks. I'll try. I hope things pick up for you. Yurito leaves the restaurant, smiling slightly. We did a thing. We got a signature. That's all we needed, right? We only needed one. So, there's not really anything else we can do here anyway, so I guess we'll make our way back across the Golden Gate Bridge. That might be in Chicago, I don't know. I'm not exactly Mr. America man. Never been. I'd quite like to go sometime. See what the fuss is all about. But yeah. I live in dear old Blighty. We as Americanized as we're getting over here, we still have our individuality, I think. Perhaps too much at the moment. Let's not get into politics. That's probably a bad idea. Let's just sit back and enjoy the atmosphere of the PS1 era visual style. It's something really special, I think. Whether you choose that to mean it's a good thing or a bad thing is entirely up to you. But it's definitely special. Alright, General Oso. Do I need to go back and see the General again, or do I just go straight to... We'll try and stop in at the General, but if not, we'll head to the Innovators Hall, or whatever the fuck it's called. The place where they live, where they innovate. Well, I got one owner's support who said she might have to close the restaurant soon. And she said a bunch of friends would like it. Another guy just flat out said no because his restaurant chain was doing really well. Doesn't surprise me. Some people only care about what concerns them. To an extent, this policy, it doesn't make sense. Like, how would it pass? It seems like a handout. But something about looking at that owner, it was weird. We're both Asian, but she has it so hard, you know. That is sort of true. It isn't fair, is it? Well, maybe we can talk more later. Go to the innovators and pitch that policy. Just really rehearse what you'll say. Be careful not to provoke them. Try framing it as increasing their beloved productivity. Okay. So my father's really not here, huh? Yeah, he's gone. But he would have done a great job proposing a policy. You know, he did this for a living. Organizing people, proposing new policies. He did? In Chicago? You knew him? Funny that it's the same city you've worked in, huh? Would he have done the same stuff in my world? That's very possible. You need to tell me more. Why did he start doing this stuff? He was always... I thought he was always irresponsible. And how did you even find me? I'm just worried the policy won't work out and it'll be too late to... Yuito, I'll tell you more later. I promise. You need to focus. You want to leave, right? Come on now. That restaurant owner needs your help. Now go. And go I shall. I shall pitch the greatest policy the world has ever known. I shall bring socialist law upon the streets, and big business will be crushed beneath the boot heel of progress. Alright, I assume this is where we... Oh. I meant to have been able to get over here. Seems to be all invisible walls and shit. And, what could very easily be a pixelated middle finger, I'm not entirely sure. But, let's go this way, shall we? This seems more accurate. Where do we go up here? Go up the big old steps. Okay. Oh, what a place. I thought they were innovators. It looks like there's one person here. Is that the secret? It pretends to be a democracy, but it's really just a tyrannical regime run by this fella. Or is this the secretary? Who knows? Yeah, okay.
Hello, sir. Would you like to make an appointment to meet with the innovators?
Yes.
What is your business?
I'm proposing a new policy.
Okay.
The receptionist types.
There's an opening right now. Would you like me to book it for you?
Sounds great.
Okay, thank you, sir. Just head through that door and follow the directions to the judgment hall on the top floor.
That I shall, and I will, and I already have. Up we go. Or out we go, I guess. Good camera angles. That's some good camera work, I approve. Genuinely, that's pretty cool. Wow, this is... The building changes drastically after a certain amount of floors, doesn't it? This will be the judgment hall then. It's, yeah. It's what it is. Can't deny that. It's very nautical. All the blue and the white stripes, it's... It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What are you offering us once we reach the top of this, though? Just a black void? Oh, this is the roof. We reached the roof, except there's still more up. This seems like a very dangerous place to have to. There's no railings. There's no, you know, big plexiglass walls or anything to stop us falling down. It's just a lot of, like, they're not even properly attached to each other. It's like bits of masonry just sort of wedged against one another that you have to climb up in order to reach the top. Yuito enters an elevator, another one, and it takes him upwards to the judgment hall. Is that actually going to happen, or are we just going to hear about this conversation? The fucking place is just a triangle balanced on top of a pillar. This is very dangerous. Strong wind would topple this building. It's not architecturally sound. It's just a hazard. Just a pure hazard. Hello. An office worker is walking about the hallway. Ah, jeez, work's barely even half over. The worker sighs. Man, better get all these trial papers filed before lunch. Yeah, you better, you big person. Why are you so big? Is it because you eat as Asian? Is that why you're smaller than everyone else? What? It's true. Asian people are smaller than white people. White people are generally smaller than black people, which is just how it goes. Don't get all funny about it. A woman is standing near a water cooler. Excuse me, do you know where the judgment hall is? Oh, just keep going up. Jump upwards here. Jump. 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 Oh, hello. Wow, okay, sure. I mean, considering how the rest of this place has been built, it shouldn't have surprised me.
Are you here for an appointment?
Oh, yeah?
Good luck, you're gonna need it.
What about you?
I just do the paperwork.
Okay. Okay. Sure. You do the paperwork good. I can imagine there's a lot of paperwork. In this endless you know, when you can see the rest of the map and it clearly isn't shaped like any sort of sensible building, you know you're onto some fucked up dream shit. I kind of lost the plot at some point. We're not actually in our father's dream anymore, right? Yuita's dad's dream is what we left behind. This is like some... Did that in one, that was pretty impressive. This is like some dream conglomerate. He said something about it being like the outer space, the universe around the dreams or something. Is Chicago, apparently. Or we just reached some sort of pantheon. What are we... It's very, very Greek, very fancy. What is that? What is that? Oh dear. I don't like you at all. That's gross. Can I not look at that anymore? Oh, fine. I guess we'll chat. Hello. Yeah, that's an accurate response, if I'm honest. Hello, Yuito. Confirm. You have come here to pitch a new policy. Yes, that's correct. I am the Innovator Avatar, an AI formed from the mind of the great technology CEO who spearheaded the Innovators political party. With us today are the AIs of 20 other board members who act as a jury. It is your first time, I see. Welcome. We appreciate our citizens' input. Your policy proposal, rejected or accepted, will be stored in our database. Feel free to start when ready. Okay. My policy is related to the restaurant industry. Industry is restaurant. Our computer system will categorize your proposal as you speak. The policy involves the creation of innovation grants. Category economic. The creation of innovation grants through an income tax of 0.5% on the top 10% of restaurants in Chicago. The funds from these grants will be distributed into the lowest earning 50% of restaurants in Chicago. Action tax increase. Moreover, I propose a new program in which bigger restaurants help to advertise smaller restaurants. Smaller, that's what I said. I said smaller twice. You can't stop me. Action, social capital redistribution. In particular, it would likely help out the Asian restaurant market, where workers struggle to find customer bases. God damn it, Joe. At least read my fucking words right. I met one owner from Dalsat 777, a restaurant in Argyle, who pledged her support to the program. While she works hard, she has trouble competing with restaurants with more resources. She mentioned her friends would be interested as well. Supported by small restaurant owners. That's all. Thank you. We will now analyze. Your policy includes this dangerous possibility: the increase of tax. Innovative restaurants will feel too much pressure if taxed more than needed. In the long run, this will reduce the quality of life in Chicago. Well, no, it wouldn't lower the quality of life. Or, I guess it would. You sound unsure. I guess, yeah. Big restaurants would do a better job of spending that 0.5% of income. Yuito, question. If those restaurants are failing, then shouldn't their owners seek job in another industry, such as programming? According to our data, the Chicago restaurant industry is 60% oversaturated. That is the real problem. Shouldn't the owners just seek business elsewhere? What if they really just want to run a restaurant? The way forward is not your policy. It is to move these failing workers into another industry, like programming or data analysis. But you think we miscalculated, while you have merely one person who claims this would be a beneficial policy. Oh dear. The jury deliberates. The jury's come to a decision. 0 votes in favor of policy. A 0 approval implies the policy is dangerous to our society. Therefore, we must assign you a punishment based on your past actions and thoughts. Wait, what? Threat, radicalization of others, suggested punishment, execution. Wait, no. Yuito, you are making a contribution today. Without your sacrifice, we won't be able to make our society better. Thank you for your valuable input. A violent force restrains Yuito's body. Some sort of gas fills the air. Yuito feels lighter until everything begins to go white. And he dies. The end. Of course he doesn't die. That would be silly. That would be silly. That would be a bad end. Instead, he's going to move to what is actually quite a nice little place. I don't know if I'm maybe adjusting to these graphics, but I think this is looking a lot better. Like when the game first started and it was just nothing but fucking blocks, I wasn't really sold. But I think sometimes it does a good job with what it has, you know? Sometimes. On occasion. Hello. Hello? There we go. Had to stand in the right pixel there. Yuito looks up at the General and yells, "General! Is that you? Where am I? I almost died. What are you thinking?" On the surface of the pond, a cool breeze wafts over Yuito. General looks down at Yuito. "Hey, General, answer me." General shrugs off Yuito's anger and quietly responds, "Yuito, I understand your..." "No, you don't. I want you to answer my questions and then get me out of here. Why was my father working in Chicago? Yuito, he was also helping in the same field as me. Immigrant rights. Near the end of college, he decided to go work in that field. Always working hard despite slow progress and little fanfare. Why did he leave my mom and I? Does he know how bad he made my mom feel? That, I don't know, but he did mention you from time to time. What did he say? That he didn't know how to approach you, or if he should. That he felt bad about it, and that he knew nothing could make up for such behaviour. It's an unforgivable thing, I know. After years of it coming up, he just wanted me to talk with you or meet you in some way. To show you what his life turned out to be. And ultimately, it's up to you to decide what to make of this. Yuito looks down at the pool in silence. Don't worry about that failure with the innovators. It was a crazy plan anyways. No one would make an amateur do something like run up to the innovators by themselves. You were protected though. After all, you're just a visitor to my world. Yuito sighs, relaxing a bit. General speaks. Yuito, did you really think you could convince the innovators of that policy? Well, I guess not. So why were you trying so hard? There was something about that restaurant owner with the bad business. I just felt really sorry. I don't know why. I guess I never get the chance to talk about that kind of stuff. I mean, that could have been me, right? An Asian restaurant owner. Asian? What do you mean? General asks. You know, Asian. From Asia. She may have been from Asia, but you have little in common, yeah? What do you know about that restaurant owner or cooking? Well, I mean, I wasn't saying I was the same, it's just there was this feeling of, I don't know, like we have something in common. General laughs. Well, I think you're thinking in the right direction, but perhaps superficially. Asia is so big. I don't think you can claim having something in common just because you look similar. Asia has so many cultures, people, histories. In a way, the term is almost uselessly general. But if you research something about their causes, other issues, then one day you could share some common understandings. Well, I was just trying to help. Oh, I know. It's just perhaps there's more than just looking like her that made you feel sympathy. Anyways, we have something we should show you. One more request. Don't worry, no policies involved. General smiles. Just follow me. One more time, okay? What is that? There's a thing over there. I guess we plummet. It wasn't that bad a plummet. I've plummeted worse. We go down here now? Yeah, we go down here now. Let's just throw ourselves off things a bit. It was Q&E to look up and down, wasn't it? Let's get a slightly better camera angle for this shit. Oh, a save point. Don't mind if I do. In fact, don't mind if I wrap up completely. If I'm honest, I think this is a pretty good place for it. Yeah, I will pick this up again in a couple of days, and I don't know how much of this game is left, but we'll see. It may be the grand conclusion, it may not be. That's for no one to know and us to find out. The fuck am I talking about? I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.